Thank you. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so I'd like to thank everyone for being here for the special call meeting. I appreciate everybody coming out. All right, the next item on the agenda is roll call. Mr. Safety, he's not here. Ms. Paris is not here. Ms. Hale is not here. Mr. Brock? Here. Mr. King?
Here.
Ms. Hamby?
Here.
Ms. Boston?
Here.
Ms. Cargy?
Here.
And the chairman's here. Okay. All right, so we have enough for a quorum. We will proceed. Next item is approval of the agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
All right, Ms. Cargy with the motion. Mr. Brock? Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the budget amendment for 141 budget amendment. I'll turn it over to Ms. Harris.
All right. We have several students that have earned their way to national CTE competitions. So this amendment would move some money from maintenance and repair and equipment lines to contracted services so we can book their travel arrangements.
Mr. Chair.
Rocket Club.
No, this is, I know we've got Skills USA
Got
and FCCLA.
And we got three different, we have a group going, FCCLA is going to San Diego for their competition. We got a group going to Nashville, Skills USA is going to Atlanta, and we have the rocketry going to Washington.
Mr.
We have
Chair.
a lot of competitions.
Move to approve.
Okay.
Second.
Got a motion by Ms. Boston and a second by Ms. Hamby. Okay, since it's a budget item, we'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Brock?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yay.
Ms. Hamby?
Yes.
Ms. Boston?
Yes.
Ms. Cargy?
Yes.
And chair votes yes. Okay, thank you. Next item on the agenda is the ESSER 3 architect fee approval.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Next item on the agenda is the selection of the impartial hearing officer. And before Mr. Patton starts talking, I'd like for everybody to understand that the reason we don't have any information about this, we've got just very basic information, is because by law, Mr. Patton and Dr. Maxwell is not allowed to divulge information to us at this time, because at some point in time, this may come back to us on an appeal. So that's the reason why we don't have any information about this particular issue. But Mr. Patton, I'll turn it over to you.
There's been a proposal. There is a non-tenured teacher in the system who the director of schools has proposed to terminate. When that happens, what the law says is that the director may dismiss any non-tenured licensed employee under the director's jurisdiction for incompetence, inefficiency, insubordination, improper conduct, or neglect of duty, after giving the employee in writing due notice of the charge or charges and providing a hearing, provided that no non-tenured licensed employee under the director's jurisdiction shall be dismissed without first having been given in writing a notice of the charge, an opportunity for a full and complete hearing before an impartial hearing officer selected by the board, which is where you come in tonight, an opportunity to be represented by counsel, an opportunity to call and subpoena witnesses, an opportunity to examine all witnesses, and the right to require that all testimony be given under oath. What I'm suggesting to you tonight is that you authorize me to contact the Secretary of State's office, the Division of Administrative Hearings. I've spoken with them. There's a $200 opening fee, which includes the administrative law judge's first 2 hours in the case. And Additional hours, if they're involved, are $100 an hour. They don't charge for travel. They don't charge a per diem. That's pretty nominal in terms of what, somebody else in a similar position qualified would charge, in my experience. So I think it's a good idea that we can be assured that somebody from that office is certainly impartial. And so it's my suggestion that the board authorize me to contact the Administrative Procedures Division of the Secretary of State's office for the appointment of an impartial hearing officer.
Move to approve Mr. Patton's recommendation to select a impartial hearing officer.
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion by Ms. Corgi and a second by Mr. King. Any discussion? Yes, ma'am.
We're going to need, and I don't know if we need to do it now or if we can wait till the regular meeting, but are we not going to have to approve or authorize the expenditure as well? Because if there's a $200 opening fee, that money's going to have to be sent in upon them assigning the case to someone.
Chair, can we include
Mr.
that in
King.
the motion?
I'm happy to.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to ask as well. If we could go ahead and do that with the motion, because, I mean, in order for him to get this done, he has to have the money, so.
That was the spirit of my motion.
Yeah, I think it would go together.
We've got to authorize that expenditure, and then the rest is up to y'all.
Okay. All right, so Ms. Carty, would you want to amend your motion to include the expenses?
Yeah, that was the spirit of the motion, yes.
Okay.
My second is amended.
All right. All right, any further discussion? All right, everybody understand what we're voting on? Okay, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Patton, you're free to make contact.
Thank you.
Okay. Next is other discussion. Hearing none, we'll move on. Next item is adjournment.
Motion to adjourn?
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye.
8 minutes.
8 minutes. And I even asked a question.
Yeah.